All right, so today we're diving deep into marketing procurement.
Hmm.
And I know you're all about staying ahead of the game.
Right?
So we're going to unpack something that might just kind of flip your whole approach on its head.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're not just talking about, squeezing those suppliers for the best price anymore.
Hmm.
We're talking about strategic supplier relationships as a secret weapon for
Interesting.
some serious innovation and growth.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a revolution, really, in how we think about procurement.
You're spot on. The landscape is shifting dramatically.
Yeah,
You see, for a long time, procurement was all about the transactional,
right.
getting that lowest price, short-term contracts,
Yeah.
and almost treating suppliers like they're interchangeable.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
It was very much like, get me the cheapest widgets and get them fast.
Exactly.
But let's be honest, that doesn't exactly build trust
Oh,
or foster any kind of shared purpose.
exactly. It's like grabbing a quick coffee.
Versus actually sitting down with someone, having a real conversation,
Right.
and realizing you have a ton in common.
Yeah.
The old way just misses out on the huge potential
Hmm.
that comes from building deeper, more strategic relationships.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So we're talking about moving beyond that transactional mindset
Yes.
and seeing suppliers as true partners,
Right.
partners who can bring real value to the table.
Absolutely.
But what does that actually look like in the real world?
Well, think about it this way. Your suppliers often have incredibly specialized expertise.
Okay.
They might be on the cutting edge of new technologies,
Hmm.
and they usually have a very in-depth understanding of their particular niche.
Right.
When you tap into that knowledge base and those resources,
Yeah.
you unlock a whole new level of possibilities.
Okay. I'm starting to see the light here.
Good.
So instead of just hammering out the lowest price,
Yeah,
we're talking about collaborating with suppliers to actually drive innovation.
that's it. I bet there are some pretty amazing examples of companies who've really nailed this approach.
Absolutely. Take,
Mhm.
for instance, the partnership between Nike and OceanWorks.
Okay.
OceanWorks transforms plastic waste from the ocean into high-quality materials.
Wow.
And Nike saw the potential for innovation there.
Yeah.
They collaborated with OceanWorks to create a new line of sustainable footwear,
Interesting.
not only reducing their environmental impact,
Right.
but also tapping into a whole new market of eco-conscious consumers.
Wow, that's a powerful example of how a strategic supplier relationship can really lead to that breakthrough innovation.
Yes.
It's not just about cost savings anymore, it's about creating something truly unique and impactful.
I agree.
So innovation is a big win.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing there are other benefits too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What about like the quality of deliverables?
That's another huge advantage.
Okay.
When you've got a long-term relationship built on trust and mutual respect,
Right?
your suppliers are more invested in your success.
Mhm.
They're going to go the extra mile to make sure those deliverables are top-notch.
Yeah.
Think consistent quality, collaborative quality control efforts
Mm-hmm.
and constant feedback loops for continuous improvement.
So it's like having a built-in quality assurance team,
Yeah,
but without the added overhead.
exactly.
It sounds like these relationships can help mitigate risks too, right?
They do.
After all, marketing campaigns can get pretty complex
Sure can.
with lots of moving parts.
Lots of moving parts.
Yeah.
Imagine this. You're launching a major campaign
Okay.
and your usual printing supplier suddenly has a production delay.
Oh, no.
Now, if you've got that strong strategic relationship,
Yeah.
they're not just going to leave you hanging.
Right.
They'll proactively communicate the issue,
Mm-hmm.
work with you to find alternative solutions,
Okay.
and maybe even pull some strings to minimize the impact on your timeline.
Right.
That's the kind of partnership that can save you a ton of stress
Yeah.
and keep your campaigns running smoothly.
Okay, so we've got innovation, quality, and risk mitigation.
Yes.
I have to ask, though, what about the bottom line?
Mhm.
I imagine some folks out there might be a little skeptical. They might be thinking, all this collaboration and partnership stuff sounds great,
Hmm.
but won't it end up costing me more in the long run?
It's a common concern,
Yeah.
but not necessarily true. In fact, strategic relationships can actually lead to significant cost efficiencies and savings over time.
Really?
Yeah, think about things like volume discounts from those long-term commitments,
Okay.
efficiency gains from streamlined processes and reduced waste,
Mm-hmm.
and even long-term cost benefits from investing in quality and innovation up front.
Interesting.
It's not just about squeezing suppliers for the lowest price.
Right.
It's about working together to create a system that's more efficient
Yeah.
and ultimately more profitable for everyone involved.
So we're shifting from a cost-focused mindset
Yeah.
to a value creation mindset.
Exactly.
That seems like a really crucial distinction in today's complex marketing landscape.
It is. It is. We need to start thinking beyond that immediate transaction
Right.
and consider the long-term value that these relationships can generate.
All right, I'm sold. These strategic supplier relationships sound like a total game changer
Yeah,
for marketing procurement. But I'm sure our listeners are eager to hear
I'm sure they are.
how they can actually start building these kinds of partnerships.
Yeah.
What are like the concrete steps involved?
It all begins with a deep dive,
Ooh,
but not the kind we're doing today.
okay.
We're talking about really understanding your suppliers.
Right.
And this isn't just about knowing their contact info.
Mm-hmm.
It's about researching their business models, capabilities,
Okay.
and even their challenges.
Sounds like we're talking about doing our due diligence.
You got it.
Not just on a potential investment, but on a potential partner.
Exactly. You need to understand their market position,
Okay.
their production processes, their technological capabilities,
Mm-hmm.
their supply chain logistics, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
This gives you a clearer picture of their strengths,
That's
helps
right.
you identify those shared goals,
Yeah.
and even allows you to acknowledge and address any challenges they might be facing.
So it's about building that foundation of understanding and empathy,
It is.
which seems essential for any successful partnership.
For sure.
But I imagine communication is crucial too, right?
Absolutely.
Especially in this fast-paced world of marketing.
Absolutely. Open and honest dialogue is the lifeblood of any great partnership.
So true.
You're talking regular check-ins, consistent communication channels,
Mm-hmm.
whatever works best to keep that information flowing freely between both parties.
Right.
And it needs to be a two-way street
Yeah.
with robust feedback mechanisms
Okay.
so everyone can share their thoughts, concerns, and ideas.
So it's not just about telling suppliers what we need.
Nope.
It's about actively listening to their input
Yes.
and valuing their expertise.
I love that.
Me too. But what happens when things don't go as planned? Yes.
Because let's be honest, no matter how well we plan,
Right.
there are bound to be some bumps in the road.
That's a given in any business relationship.
Yeah.
And that's why having a clear crisis communication plan is essential.
Okay.
Everyone needs to be on the same page about who to contact, how to communicate,
Right.
and what steps to take when those inevitable challenges arise.
Important.
It's about having each other's backs and knowing that you can rely on your partners even when the going gets tough.
So we've laid the groundwork with understanding and communication.
We have.
But how do we take that relationship to the next level?
Okay.
You know, that true partnership stage where we're not just exchanging goods and services,
Mhm.
but actually collaborating to create something bigger
Yes.
than the sum of our parts.
Now we're getting to the really exciting stuff.
Okay, all ears.
This is about moving beyond the transactional
Mm-hmm.
and leveraging each other's strengths to achieve truly remarkable results. Give us some examples of what that collaboration might look like in action.
Well, imagine partnering with a supplier
Okay.
to co-develop a new product that meets a specific market need,
I like that.
or collaborating on a marketing campaign
Yeah.
that benefits both your brand and theirs,
Right.
creating a win-win situation.
I love that idea of shared marketing initiatives.
Yeah.
It's like a force multiplier amplifying your reach and impact.
Exactly.
What about training and development?
Oh, that's a good one.
It seems like investing in joint training initiatives could be a powerful way to strengthen that partnership and ensure everyone is aligned.
You're absolutely right. When you invest in each other's growth and development,
Yeah.
you're fostering a deeper understanding of each other's businesses
Mm-hmm.
and building a team that's truly equipped to tackle any challenge.
It's a win-win situation.
It is.
This all makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about one thing. What about recognizing and rewarding these incredible supplier partners?
Oh, that's important.
It seems like that would be a key ingredient in maintaining those strong relationships.
Couldn't agree more. Recognition and appreciation are essential for any healthy partnership.
Yeah.
Think about supplier recognition programs, heartfelt thank you notes, sharing success stories.
Yeah.
Those gestures go a long way in solidifying the bond.
Yeah,
And of course, ensuring fair and timely compensation is crucial.
absolutely.
It's about showing your suppliers that you value their contributions
Right.
and that you're committed to their success as much as your own.
All right, so we've talked about understanding communication, collaboration, and recognition.
We have.
It's clear that building these strategic supplier relationships is an ongoing process.
It's not a set it and forget it kind of deal.
For sure.
It requires constant nurturing, open communication,
Mm.
and a willingness to adapt and evolve together.
But I can already see how the rewards would be well worth the effort.
They are. Now, let's take a step back
Yeah.
and talk about what all of this means for the field of marketing procurement as a whole. Because these strategic supplier relationships are no longer just a nice to have.
Right.
They're rapidly becoming a must-have
I agree.
for any organization that wants to thrive in today's competitive market.
They're essentially becoming a core element of any successful procurement strategy.
Yes.
And they're transforming the way marketing departments operate,
They are?
giving them access to resources and expertise that they simply wouldn't have otherwise.
Right.
So how do these relationships specifically impact marketing procurement?
Well, for starters, they ensure that your organization and its suppliers are strategically aligned.
Yeah.
Everyone's working towards the same goals, which makes everything from communication to execution much smoother and more efficient.
It's like having everyone rowing in the same direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And instead of simply focusing on cost cutting,
Right.
which was the old way of thinking,
Yeah.
these relationships foster a co-creation of value.
I see.
Suppliers become partners in innovation, helping marketing teams push boundaries and achieve truly outstanding results.
It's a much more collaborative and dynamic approach.
Exactly. And when you have that kind of synergy,
Right.
the impact on your marketing capabilities is phenomenal.
Okay.
You gain access to the latest innovations and trends, ensuring that your campaigns are always on the cutting edge.
It's like having a direct line to the future of marketing.
I like that.
And it's not just about staying ahead of the curve.
Right.
It's also about delivering consistent quality
Yes.
and customized solutions that meet your specific marketing objectives.
You got it.
Yeah.
When you've got strong supplier relationships,
Yeah.
you can be confident that your deliverables will be top-notch every single time.
Right.
And you can tap into your supplier's expertise to get tailored solutions
Oh,
for your unique campaigns,
Yeah.
making your marketing efforts even more effective.
It sounds like we're talking about a total transformation in the way we approach marketing procurement.
That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
A paradigm shift.
A paradigm shift.
And it's all about recognizing the incredible potential that lies in building strong collaborative relationships with your suppliers.
It's about moving beyond the transactional and embracing the power of partnership
Yep.
to achieve truly remarkable results.
I agree.
And I think that's a message that will resonate with our listeners.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because the future of marketing procurement depends on it.
It really does.
It does.
Okay, so you've completely sold me on the importance of these strategic supplier relationships. But I'm sure our listeners are eager to hear some practical tips
I'm sure.
on how to actually cultivate these partnerships. Where do we even begin?
It all starts with research
Okay.
and not just skimming a website. Go deep.
Okay.
Look into potential partners' business models, what they're capable of, even the hurdles they face. It's like due diligence, not just on an investment, but on a future teammate.
So beyond just like browsing their online presence,
Right.
we're talking about really understanding their place in the market, their production methods, their tech stack, their supply chain, the whole picture, right?
Exactly. This gives you a sharper view of their strengths,
Okay.
helps you spot common goals you might have, and even lets you acknowledge any challenges they might be facing.
I can see how that builds understanding and empathy right from the start,
Yes.
which seems crucial for any partnership to thrive.
Absolutely.
But then keeping the lines of communication open must be key,
It is.
especially in this ever-changing world of marketing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think of open and honest dialogue as the engine oil
Okay.
that keeps this whole partnership running smoothly.
Yeah.
We're talking consistent check-ins,
Yeah.
reliable communication channels, whatever it takes to keep information flowing both ways.
Right.
And it can't be one-sided.
Yeah.
You need robust feedback mechanisms so everyone, the supplier, everyone on the team
Right.
can share their thoughts, concerns, and ideas.
So it's not just about dictating our needs to suppliers.
Yep.
It's about genuinely valuing their input and expertise. That's a refreshing perspective.
I think so.
But what happens when those inevitable hiccups occur?
Oh, yeah.
Because let's face it, no matter how much we plan, there will always be unexpected challenges along the way.
That's just the reality of business.
Right.
And marketing is no exception.
Yeah.
That's why having a rock-solid crisis communication plan in place is non-negotiable.
Okay.
Everyone involved needs to be crystal clear on who to contact, how to communicate, and what steps to take when those inevitable curveballs come your way.
Right.
It's about having each other's backs and knowing that you can rely on your partners even when things get tough.
That kind of trust and support is invaluable.
It is.
But once we've laid that groundwork of understanding and communication, how do we elevate the relationship to a true partnership?
Okay.
I'm talking about moving beyond simple transactions to a place where we're actually collaborating to achieve something much bigger than we could alone.
Oh, now you're talking.
Okay.
This is where the real magic happens.
I love it.
We're not just exchanging goods and services anymore.
Yeah.
We're tapping into each other's strengths to unlock a whole new level of possibility.
Okay. I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Give us some real-world examples of what this collaboration could look like.
Imagine working hand in hand with a supplier
Okay.
to co-develop a product
Yeah.
that fills a gap in the market,
Yeah.
something neither of you could achieve alone.
Right.
Or picture launching a joint marketing campaign
Okay.
that amplifies both brands, creating a win-win for everyone involved.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
Those shared initiatives have the potential to create so much momentum.
they do.
And what about investing in joint training and development programs?
Oh, yeah.
It seems like that could be a powerful way to deepen the partnership and ensure everyone is on the same page.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
By investing in each other's growth and development,
Right?
you're essentially building a shared knowledge base and a team that's ready to tackle any challenge that comes their way.
Right.
And that translates into better results for everyone.
This all makes perfect sense.
It does.
But I have to ask about something that's often overlooked: recognition and rewards for these incredible supplier partners. It seems like that would play a crucial role in nurturing those long-term relationships.
You're absolutely right. Recognition and appreciation are vital for any healthy partnership,
Yeah.
business or otherwise. Think about implementing supplier recognition programs, taking the time to write a heartfelt thank you note, or publicly celebrating success stories.
Right.
These gestures, no matter how small they might seem,
Yeah.
can go a long way in strengthening those bonds.
Right.
And of course, ensuring fair and timely compensation is essential.
Absolutely.
It's about demonstrating to your suppliers that you truly value their contributions and that you're invested in their success just as much as your own.
All of this makes me wonder if there are any real-world examples
yeah.
of companies who've truly mastered this art
There.
of strategic supplier relationships.
One that immediately springs to mind is the partnership between Apple and Foxconn.
Oh, interesting.
While there's been much discussion about the complexities of their relationship,
Right.
it's undeniable that they've achieved phenomenal success together.
Yeah.
Foxconn manufactures many of Apple's iconic devices,
Yeah.
and their close collaboration has enabled Apple to maintain its reputation for innovative, high-quality products.
That's a fantastic example
It is.
of how a strategic supplier relationship can drive innovation and create a powerful competitive advantage.
Absolutely.
And it highlights the fact that these relationships can be complex,
Yeah.
requiring ongoing communication adaptation and a willingness to navigate challenges together.
Exactly. There will always be bumps in the road.
Right.
But when you have that strong foundation of trust,
Yeah.
shared goals, and a commitment to open communication, you can overcome those challenges and emerge even stronger as a team.
This all sounds incredibly promising,
It is.
but I'm sure some of our listeners might be thinking, okay, this is all great in theory, but I'm working with a supplier who's stuck in that old transactional mindset. How do I bring them along on this journey toward a more strategic partnership?
That's a great question, and a very real challenge that many procurement professionals face.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm believer that with the right approach, you can often shift those mindsets and create a win-win situation for everyone.
So how do we gently nudge those suppliers in the right direction?
It starts with highlighting the benefits for them. Explain how a stronger, more collaborative partnership
Okay.
can lead to more consistent business, improved efficiency, and even new opportunities for growth.
Right.
Instead of focusing on squeezing every last penny out of the deal,
Yeah.
emphasize the value they bring to the table and how working together can create a more profitable and sustainable future for both sides.
So it's about shifting the conversation from price to value.
Yes,
And it sounds like it requires a certain level of trust and transparency.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Show them that you're not just looking for the cheapest option.
Right.
You're looking for a partner who is genuinely invested in your success and who shares your vision for the future.
And what if, despite our best efforts, a supplier remains resistant to this whole strategic partnership idea?
Well, at that point, it might be time to reconsider the partnership.
Okay.
You deserve to work with suppliers who are excited to collaborate, who share your values, and who are committed to helping you achieve your goals.
It sounds like finding the right partners is crucial for success
It is.
in this new era of marketing procurement.
It's not just about finding any supplier.
Right.
It's about finding the right supplier.
Yeah.
One who understands your vision, shares your values, and is willing to go the extra mile to make the partnership a success.
So much of this seems to boil down to shifting mindsets,
Yes.
both internally within our organizations and externally with our suppliers.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It's a cultural shift, a move away from transactional thinking to a more holistic, collaborative approach.
Right.
And it requires strong leadership, clear communication, and a genuine commitment to building relationships that benefit everyone involved.
Okay, we've talked a lot about the why and the what of strategic supplier relationships.
We have.
Now let's dive into the how.
Okay.
What are some practical tools and systems that can help streamline the process and ensure these partnerships run smoothly?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in the excitement of forging these new partnerships,
Right.
but without the right infrastructure, it can quickly become overwhelming.
So what are some essential tools or systems that can help us stay organized and efficient?
First and foremost, you need a centralized system for managing all your supplier information and interactions.
Okay.
We're talking about moving beyond that chaotic mess of spreadsheets, emails, and sticky notes.
I can feel the collective sigh of relief from our listeners already.
I bet.
So what's the solution?
Thankfully, there are some fantastic procurement software platforms available these days
Okay.
that can help you centralize everything from contact details and contracts to performance metrics and communication logs.
That sounds like a game changer,
It is.
especially if you're working with a large number of suppliers.
It is. What else can we do to streamline the process?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Automation can be your best friend.
Okay.
Look for opportunities to automate routine tasks like purchase orders, invoice processing,
Mm-hmm.
and even certain communication workflows.
Okay.
Not only does this free up your time to focus on building those relationships,
Right.
but it also reduces the risk of human error.
Efficiency and accuracy, a winning combination.
It is.
But with all this talk about systems and automation,
Yeah.
I have to ask, what about the human element?
Well, that's important.
How do we ensure these strategic partnerships don't become just another cold transactional exchange?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah,
It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind
right.
and forget the importance of nurturing those personal connections.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, business is all about people, and those relationships are what make everything work.
So how do we keep things human in this increasingly digital world?
Make a conscious effort to get to know your suppliers on a personal level.
Okay.
Have coffee chats, attend industry events together,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even organize some joint team building activities.
Right.
Create those informal moments where you can connect as human beings, not just business associates.
I love that idea.
It's a good one.
Building those personal connections can make such a difference.
They do.
And it seems like those small gestures of appreciation can go a long way, too.
You're absolutely right. A simple thank you note,
Yeah.
acknowledging a job well done, or celebrating a milestone together can have a huge impact on the strength of the relationship.
It's about showing that you genuinely care
Yes.
and that you value the partnership beyond just the bottom line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you have that solid foundation of trust and connection,
All right.
it makes navigating those inevitable challenges so much easier.
Because as we've already discussed, there will always be bumps along the way.
It will.
No partnership is perfect.
Nope.
And there will be disagreements, miscommunications,
Yeah.
and maybe even conflicts from time to time.
That's just part of working with other humans.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you have that bedrock of mutual respect
Mm-hmm.
and a shared commitment to the partnership,
Right.
you can approach those challenges constructively
Yeah.
and find solutions that benefit everyone involved.
So it's about viewing those challenges as opportunities for growth and learning rather than threats to the relationship.
I like that.
And I imagine communication plays a crucial role here as well.
You're absolutely right. If an issue arises, don't sweep it under the rug
Okay.
or let resentment fester. Address it openly and honestly.
Right.
With a willingness to listen and understand the other perspective,
Right.
and then work together to find a solution that feels fair and equitable for both parties.
It sounds like transparency and open communication are key ingredients
Yeah.
for navigating those inevitable bumps in the road.
Absolutely. And remember, this is an ongoing process.
Yeah.
Building and maintaining these strategic supplier relationships requires continuous effort adaptation and a willingness to learn and grow together.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
And it requires a mindset shift both for ourselves and for our suppliers.
Precisely. It's about moving beyond that transactional mentality and embracing a more collaborative, value-driven approach.
Right.
And when we do that, we unlock a world of possibilities.
Speaking of possibilities, I'm curious to hear what you think the future holds for strategic supplier relationships in marketing procurement.
Well, in my view, these relationships are only going to become more important as the marketing landscape continues to evolve at a rapid pace.
It seems like we're living in a time of unprecedented change and disruption.
We are.
So how can these strategic partnerships help marketing organizations navigate those uncharted waters and emerge as leaders in their field?
I believe the answer lies in embracing a spirit of innovation, collaboration, and agility, and in recognizing that our suppliers are not just vendors, but valuable partners who can help us achieve our goals and create a more sustainable future.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
And I think it sets the stage perfectly for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore some of the key trends and innovations that are shaping the future of strategic supplier relationships in marketing procurement.
I can't wait to delve into that.
Me too.
There's so much exciting potential on the horizon.
All right, we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into strategic supplier relationships in marketing procurement.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot from that shift, from transactional to strategic partnerships, to those amazing benefits they bring. We even got into some tips for building and managing them.
Right.
But before we go, I'm really curious what you think the future holds for this whole evolving landscape.
Well, I think we're just scratching the surface.
Oh, really?
We're at this point where technology globalization and I think these strategic supplier relationships are key to navigating this new era.
I'm totally with you there. The pace of change is insane.
It is.
So adaptability and innovation are more important than ever.
Absolutely.
But how do you see these partnerships specifically shaping the future of marketing procurement?
One exciting trend is ecosystem collaboration.
Okay.
It's going beyond just buyer-supplier to these networks of partners all working towards shared goals.
Right.
Imagine suppliers, agencies, tech providers, even competitors.
Wow.
All collaborating on groundbreaking marketing solutions that benefit everyone.
That's a pretty radical concept.
It is.
But I can see the potential. It's like partnerships on steroids.
Exactly.
And technology would be crucial for that kind of ecosystem.
Absolutely. We're already seeing these powerful digital platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Designed for managing supplier relationships and that collaboration.
Interesting.
They're a central hub for tracking performance metrics, sharing info, communicating in real time, even co-creating campaigns with your partners.
So it's way beyond just spreadsheets and contracts now.
It is. These platforms are transforming how we work.
But with all this tech, what about the human side?
That's a great point. While technology can enhance things, it can never replace that human connection.
Right.
The most successful will balance leveraging tech and nurturing those personal relationships.
It's finding that sweet spot where tech makes us efficient, but we don't lose those human connections that build trust and collaboration.
Exactly. Another trend is the focus on data-driven decision-making in procurement.
Oh, data. Everyone's talking data these days.
Yeah, they are.
But how does it relate to these supplier relationships specifically?
Well, instead of gut feelings or old assumptions, we use data for real insights into supplier performance. Identify areas to improve and make smarter choices about who to work with.
Makes sense.
And with AI and machine learning, we can even predict trends and anticipate challenges.
So data becomes a tool to manage these relationships, but also to steer them towards our business goals. It's being more strategic and proactive.
Exactly. And let's not forget sustainability.
Oh, right. Sustainability is huge.
It is. Consumers want transparency and accountability from brands.
Yeah.
And that includes their supply chains.
It's not enough to just chase profits anymore.
No, it's not.
We have to consider the environmental and social impact of our choices.
We do.
So how can these supplier relationships help us meet those sustainability demands?
By partnering with suppliers who share our values and commitment to sustainability. We can reduce our footprint and drive positive change throughout the supply chain.
Yeah.
We use our influence to promote ethical sourcing, reduce waste, and support fair labor.
It's about recognizing that sustainability is not just a checkbox.
Right.
It's how we do business responsibly in this century.
It is, and it takes collaboration.
Yeah.
Working closely with suppliers to find those innovative solutions that benefit everyone.
It's moving beyond just compliance and making sustainability a core value that guides our choices and shapes our partnerships.
Precisely. This has been a really insightful conversation.
It had.
I'm sure your listeners are taking away a lot of valuable stuff.
I think so. But before we go, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting out with strategic supplier relationships?
Don't get overwhelmed. It's easy to think you need to change everything overnight.
Yeah, that's true.
Start small, build a few key relationships, then gradually expand your network as you learn.
Okay.
And remember, it's a journey. There'll
Yeah.
be bumps, but with the right mindset and that commitment to collaboration, you can do amazing things.
That's a perfect way to end this.
Yeah.
So to our listeners out there,
Yes.
remember, these relationships aren't just a trend, they're a fundamental shift.
They are.
It's about win-win partnerships that drive innovation growth and a more sustainable future.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time for another exploration of the world of marketing and business.